Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best light meters.
Starting at number 5.
REOTEMP 15-inch. If compost material is too dry, the material could take a long time to decompose, but if it's soaking wet, it might attract pests. Knowing this, we were eager to put this REOTEMP moisture meter through its paces, thanks to its long 15-inch probe particularly suited to testing a compost pile. Before using the REOTEMP meter, it must be calibrated, which proved simple enough. It required us to obtain a sample of compost we felt was of optimal dampness, insert the probe, and then turn a small flathead screw on the back of the box to 5 on the dial. After that, we were able to take readings of both shallow and deep compost piles. If the reading was lower than 5, we added water. If over 5, we allowed the compost to air out a bit. The heavy-duty probe on this REOTEMP model is thicker than an average moisture meter to prevent bending when testing dense compost and heavy soils. This meter is powered by one AAA battery, which is already in place inside the meter box. It only reads moisture, but it does so accurately, and the dial is located on the top of the meter, so it's easy to see.
Coming at number 4.
XLUX long. Watering tall potted plants can be problematic when gardeners can't tell if the soil deeper in the pot is consistently as moist. We've run into problems in the past with tall pots that don't drain well, leaving us to think we needed to add water, when in reality, the soil in the bottom part of the pot was too soggy. We found the XLUX long probe soil moisture meter was just the ticket to solve this problem. Like the other XLUX model that took top billing in this lineup, this meter also features an easy-to-read analog dial and color coding for determining moisture at a glance. The main difference is that this version has a slightly over 12-inch long probe for deep insertion into the soil of our potted plants. We discovered that one of our potted perennial bushes wasn't draining well. The soil at the surface seemed dry, but a foot down, it was sopping wet. This gave us the information we needed to transplant the bush and replace the non-draining soil at the bottom of the pot with better draining soil. The probe is on the thin side, so we didn't try to insert it into hard ground for fear of bending it. But it proved plenty strong enough for inserting into pots with commercial grow mixes.
At number 3.
Soil pH meter. We measured moisture levels, light levels, and soil acidity with this multifunction analog meter from Trazen. While the most critical function in our tests was moisture meter accuracy, since we were testing specifically for dampness, we found the added functions, which give a broader picture of soil conditions, quite beneficial. The simple analog display shows moisture levels on a 1 to 10 scale, light levels on a 0 to 2000 lux scale, and pH between 3.5 and 8. A simple switch allowed us to select from among the 3 options, and the results of all 3 are available on the single dial readout. This Trazen seemed highly accurate when reading both moisture and light range, but we weren't as convinced about its pH detection. This is because we tested it in the unamended soil of the lawn, and it gave us the exact same pH reading as it did when we tried it in our blueberry patch, a spot where we've added a high amount of soil acidifier over the years.
Number 2 of my list.
Soil moisture meter. There's no need to spend a lot for a good soil moisture meter, as we found when testing this simple, inexpensive analog model from Govn. It doesn't come with fancy bells and whistles, but it does accurately measure soil moisture levels. In tests we were impressed with the large and easy-to-read display. Like other analog meters, it features color coding to show the approximate soil moisture at a glance. The back of the packaging also features a handy watering guide for more than 200 indoor and outdoor plants. This was helpful, and we considered laminating it to keep as a guide. For example, we checked the recommended moisture level for our mock orange bush. The guide told us it fell within the 4 to 5 green section of the meter. We then determined how much we needed to water weekly to keep the soil around that bush at the proper dampness. We found the 7.7-inch probe to be highly sensitive and accurate when we tested various soil moisture levels, and the unit requires no batteries or charging for proper operation. All in all, we were satisfied with this Govn as being budget-friendly and built to last.
And number 1.
XLUX Soil Moisture. The XLUX Soil Moisture Meter is the epitome of simplicity, and that's one of the reasons we loved it. We tested it on various types of soil and dampness levels, and it responded accurately. While it has a 10-point scale, it's a lot simpler to look at the color coding on the dial. Red for dry, green for moist, and blue for wet. We inserted the meter probe into the soil, no calibrating or prep necessary, and the dial gave an immediate reading. Although it lacks bells and whistles, this meter offers accurate readings, and the probe is securely attached. It also doesn't require batteries or charging when taking a test, making it ready to use right from the box. While some gardeners may want the higher degree of accuracy that comes from a calibrated digital meter, the sturdiness and ease of use of the XLUX meter make it a winner in our book.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.